Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local schools. We're coming to you live from St. Mary's High School in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today, the game features the Douglas Trojans from up in Douglas County, taking on the St. Mary's Crusaders. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know that you appreciate their support. Please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button. Next up is the Bills Glass Coach's Corner, which is brought to you by Bills Glass. Bills Glass is the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. You are listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The Douglas Trojans, as far as the girls are concerned, they come in here 2-3, 1-2 in conference play. We mentioned that because the boys have managed only to play one game so far, but the Douglas girls have been kind of up and down. They've won, lost one, and then lost a couple. Meanwhile, the St. Mary's girls are 2-5 overall, 1-2 in league play. They have won their last 3 games, though. They have went 2-1. They started out 0-4, but they have since then went 2-1, getting wins over the South Umpqua JV and over Cascade Christian. The Bills Glass Coach's Corner was brought to you by Bills Glass. He's locally owned. It's family run. It's Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. When we come back, it'll be time for the starting lineups, and it'll also be time for tip-off, as it's the Douglas Trojans coming to town to take on the St. Mary's Crusaders in the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bills Glass. Having new windows installed by Bills Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bills Glass show you what you've been missing. Bills Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bills Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, as they're doing things a little bit different tonight. So here's the starters now for the Douglas Trojans. Oh, I'll take that back. It's not the starters, as they're going to get the starters here in just a moment. Although it looks like the starters. It is the starters. So they'll give you the starters for Morgan Dole, Kaylee Connor, who's back after being injured in the last one. Hold on here. Riker Rothfuss. We're going to have 2 technical foul shots already. We haven't even gotten started yet. Maddie Ward and Catherine Mejia are starting for St. Mary's. We'll have to get the starters for the Douglas Trojans as they come back out on the court. As it kind of they shocked everybody tonight in how they were doing this, but we'll get it all straightened out. Fear not. Morgan Dole is on the line for St. Mary's. And she will be shooting the technical before we ever get started. And the first one is in. So I guess we'll say we're underway. And the next one is in. And so just like that, we have a 2-0 lead for St. Mary's. Inbounding it is going to be Polomula. And there's a foul right away. They're going to call offensive on Lund. All right, so we'll try this again here. Polomalalu is the one that's out there. We'll have to get some of the rest of them. Here comes Dole with it, forecourt into Ward. Ward will lose it. Nope, they're going to say it went off of Bennett, who's out there, Kiera Bennett. We also see a number 35, who we don't have on our list anywhere. I don't know who number 35 is. There's Douglas taking it away, getting it ahead quickly to Bennett. Bennett will spin, twist, can't get that one to go. Coming out of there with it is Ward. Ward is ahead to Dole, and she'll finally get it into the forecourt, and South Medford will set. So I'm going to have to apologize. I don't know who number 35 is. We didn't get that information. There's a couple of Pulamulas out there. And there's down low. No shot, they're going to say. Lund went up with it, but she was fouled before the shot went up. So Melita and Teal are out there for Douglas. Rothfuss will steal the pass, the inbound pass. And here come the Crusaders the other way. And that's batted out of bounds by Bennett. Ward immediately double teamed, but gets rid of it to Rothfuss. Rothfuss puts it up and in. So that makes it a 4-0 game in favor of the Crusaders. There's a drive. That was by Lund, but she's fouled again, but this time there will be foul shots. And the first one by Lund is no good. So Carmel Ashland into the game. replacing Ward. The next one rattles around and in, and Douglas is on the board. Here's Ashland to Mejia. Mejia back around the Dole. Dole around and in. Dole with 4 of the 6 St. Mary's points here in the opening quarter, down low. Douglas is on the board. There's a shot up, no good. Bennett with the rebound. Flying into the forecourt with it to Lund, who will launch a 3 that's going to come up short. Ashland will grab the rebound and get it back to Dole. 6-3 ball game on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Ashland getting into Mejia. It's batted away right back to Ashland. Get it around down to Mejia. Here's Dole setting again. That baseline jumper is no good. And knocking it out of bounds is Douglas. Erickson is into the game now, replacing Conley. Make it Connor. There's tipped away again by Bennett. We'll do it all over. Trying to get it into the middle. They can't. Lund will take this one away. Trying to get it over and does. And we have a timeout on the floor. This will be a 30-second timeout by the appearance of things, although these days it's a little hard to tell. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. It's morning motivation, crunching your lunch and fuel for your road trip, which begins with My Circle K. And I'd like to remind you that it's our sponsors who make this live high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Also, thanks to Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, our presenting sponsor with 7 locations to serve you. 5:14 to go. We have a 6-5 ball game. St. Mary's out on top by 1. They started off on a 6-1 run, but Douglas closing it down. There's a long 3. That doesn't go by Dole. Here comes the Trojans with it. Bennett in her hand will pass it off, and it's going to be dropped out of bounds. Palomolo dropping that one out of bounds. Ashland getting into the middle to Erickson, trying to get it to Dole. Batted away. Palomolo batting that one out. And now they do get it. Here comes Lund, driving all the way. Put it up. No good. Scramble for the rebound. Lund gets it. Backs it out of there. And they'll reset one more time. Into the middle they go. Can't get it up. Stole it away. And see, they're going to call a foul. That's the first. And on number 35, and the second on Douglas. We'll have to get 35's name as soon as we get a moment to do that. St. Mary's throws it out of bounds. 4:13 to go. 6-5 ball game. The Crusaders on top. That's Bennett. Palomolo trying to go up. Does go up. Traveled. Shot fell off the rim anyway, so Here Connor back in for Erickson. Dole begins to move, bounce it off to Rothfuss, and a foul. We'll have to wait. But our good, now we have a timeout. Well, I'll tell you what I'm laughing about later when we come back. Right now on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it shows that it's St. Mary's 6, Douglas 3. As you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
And we welcome you back to St. Mary's High School. And with 3:51 to go in the first on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it reads St. Mary's 6, Douglas 3. I was laughing because the PA was trying to announce the sub and everything else, and they wanted a timeout. But Rothfuss with the 3. Here's a throw ahead. Now it's going to be batted out of bounds. No, they're going to say St. Mary's ball. Looked like that one might have went off Ashland, but not so much. Dole loses it, picks it up around to Ashland into Mejia. Mejia takes off running, and she's fouled as she attempts to put it up. Halamula with that one. Halamolo and Mejia at the line. And she'll make the first one. And the next one, no good. 7-5 ball game. To Bennett. Bennett will take it, stops, pops. That one doesn't go. Douglas with the rebound and in. I have to try and get that one. Trying to get the number of who made that one. Looks like we'll get it here sooner or later. Dole with it and out of bounds. And now Erickson back in for Connor. To Mejia. Mejia left, right. Back to the left. Puts it up, fouled. And that'll be the Halamolo. That's her second. Mejia with it in a 7-7 ball game, and Rothfuss almost loses it. Gets it around to Dole. 2:36 to go. 5 team fouls on Douglas here in the first period. Mejia traveled. So Melita Palomolo has 2 fouls. 5 on Douglas. 2.5 to go, first period. Phillips with it, and they'll throw it out of bounds. Ashland inbound it, and here comes, wait, now what do we have? Now we have a 30-second timeout called over there on the Douglas bench. Table Rock sports fans, we say thank you to over 100 new YouTube subscribers this spring. It helps us keep the games coming. Go to youtube.com, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button if you would like to join the team. And we'll thank you for doing that in advance of you actually getting it done. Eye Care Associates, also of Southern Oregon at 950 Royal Avenue. Hope you're enjoying today's game. They have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. You can visit eyecaresouthernoregon.com to learn how Dr. Brian Mitchell and his team can help your vision needs. 7-7 ball game, 2:21 to go here in the first period. They've gotten slowed down a little bit by turnovers and fouls. Here's Dole. Stops. Now she'll fire, but that's not going to give me anywhere. That's going to be grabbed out of there by Douglas, and Bennett can't save it at the end. They threw it to her a little too long. She tried to get it back in off of a St. Mary's player, but was unable to do so. 2 minutes, first period. The Lady Crusaders find themselves in a battle with the Douglas Trojans tonight. And there's a loss. Rothfuss has it taken away. Coming quickly the other way is Lund. Lund will lay it up and in. 3 on the night for Lund. Rothfuss around to Mejia. Mejia back out to Ashland. This is Rothfuss for 3. Yes! It looked like it was going to be somewhat reluctant to go in, but it finally fell for Rothfuss. 5 for her now. She's got half of the St. Mary's points here in the first quarter. Douglas playing a little catch with about a minute to go. Lund will fire her own 3, and that one goes up over the backboard and out of bounds. 10-9 ball game. Ashland. We're down to 45 seconds. Erickson. The Dole. Bounce it to Mejia, but there's a foul on Phillips. That's her first. 6 on Douglas just in the first quarter. A lot of foul shots coming up for the Crusaders. Mejia, nope, traveled again. .6 to go. Douglas around to get it into Lund. Lund over to Phillips. Phillips back out. Now they get it inside. No good. I think that one up was Palomulo. They have to play fast. Dole has it with only 10, knocked out of bounds. So 8.5. That's what St. Mary's has, is 8.5 seconds knocked out of bounds and took a second off the clock. Do it all over again. This time from the baseline. Ashland looking there. Finally get it to Rothfuss. Back to Ashland. Stepped on the. She stepped on the baseline. Turn it over to Douglas with 4.2 to go. Bennett will stop. Nope. Not going to get a shot off. So we arrive at the end of quarter number one and at the end of the first. The John L. Scott scoreboard reads St. Mary's 10, Douglas 9, as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
In our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, presented by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, as we now head our way into the second period. That's a 10-9 ball game. St. Mary's will inbound it once we get really going there. Ashland looking for somebody to go to. Finally gets it to Rothfuss. Rothfuss at the foul line. Bounces it down low to Ward. Ward back has it and has it back to Ashland. Ashland for three. That is no good. Grabbing the Douglas with it. That's Bennett. Bennett puts up a shot, no good. Ward will grab the rebound. Or the errant pass. I guess we'll call it a rebound. That's probably more accurate. Rothfuss almost loses it. And now will. Douglas thought about throwing it down. Now they get it down to Bennett. Bennett puts it up, no good. Bowden trying to grab the rebound but can't get it. Out of bounds it goes. It will be Douglas basketball. Trojans underneath their own hoop. In, turn, spin, twist. Got it. That's Mila Polomolo. Polomolo has 6 of Douglas's points. Here's Bennett. Almost lost it. Turns, spins, and gets it in. So all of a sudden the Trojans are finding their range here. It's a 13-10 ball game as Douglas, the Trojans start out with a, whoa, there's a travel. They start out the second period with a 4-0 run. They played a few more games and have their male counterparts. And there's a travel. Oh, I'm going to call a blocking foul. It's called on Bowden. Badone with that one. That's our first. 3 on St. Mary's now. Polomolo, turn, put it up, no good. Knocked hard to the ground. And will be at the foul line shooting a couple. That was also on Badone. That'll be 2 on her. First foul shot's good. Second one is not any good. Now there's a scramble all over the place. Players all on the floor. Bennett finally comes up with it, turns, puts it up, and in. And they're going to take, St. Mary's is going to take a timeout. We'll follow along as we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. You'll find them with offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. And it reads Douglas 16, St. Mary's 10, as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
We're back at St. Mary's High School. This is the spot for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. As we're in the second period with 6:04 to go. It's Douglas 16, St. Mary's 10. And Douglas has begun this quarter, the first 2 minutes of it anyway, on a 7-0 run. So we have, I thought we were going to have a substitution right away, but we're not. So back to it we go. Rothfuss. St. Mary's looking for their first points here in this second period. Get it into Mejia. Mejia can't do anything with it. They're going to get it out ahead. Here comes the Douglas Trojans again. Bennett with it in her hands. Around it goes, and that shot is no good by Avery and in. Connor with it, around to Ward, 18-10. And that's knocked out of bounds by Douglas. Coming back in for St. Mary's is Dole and Erickson. It's a 9-0 run here by Douglas. St. Mary's needs to do something. Erickson can't get it to go. Dole puts it up, but it's around and off. There's a wrestling for the rebound, jump ball. That favors Douglas. Well, the Trojans will take over on the alternating possession. 5 minutes to go, second period. Bennett. They're going to cross court it, be taken away by Mejia. And then popped away by Avery, and then taken away by Rothfuss. Rothfuss will put it up. No good. Punched out of bounds, finally. I think that was Avery that punched it out of bounds. Ashland is in pretty quickly now for Mejia. And will receive it. There's Rothfuss for three. Got it. And that will break the scoring drought. second three-pointer on the night for Rothfuss. Putting it up off the board and in is Tali Palomolo. They left Ward wide open. Ward drives, no good. Can't get the rebound. Dole almost had it. Now they're going to call travel. And it'll go back to St. Mary's. 20-13. 4:13 to go. Second period. There's Ward underneath. Can't get that one to go. Bennett with the rebound. That one's no good. By Douglas. Palomolo grabs the rebound. Puts it back underneath. They get it down deep. That one doesn't go. Grabbing the rebound again is Douglas. And finally, Ashland comes out of there with it. Had Rothfuss ahead, but didn't go that direction. There's Ward. Ward takes the baseline and puts it in. 20-15 as Maddie Ward grabs her first bucket of the night. Now they steal it away. Here comes Rothfuss with it. Rothfuss twisting, spinning, push. That was a pretty blatant push, too. I think we're going to have a little discussion about that one. I don't think they're going to call it flagrant. Looks like they're getting ready to call a timeout, though. Palomolo with that one. Now let's see what they're doing. They're calling a timeout. So we'll take one also as we look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. It reads Douglas High School 20, St. Mary's 15 as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Welcome back to St. Mary's High School, site of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. And we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. And with 3:22 to go in the second period, it reads that it's Douglas 20, St. Mary's 15. Rothfuss at the line, gets the first one. All the players running back like that one was no good. Here's Rothfuss with the second one. Got that one. (20-17). They approach the 3-minute mark. That was close to a double dribble, but they got it. Palomolo back around to Bennett. Bennett out around to Phillips, and that's going to be taken away as Phillips tried to get it inside. Now stolen again. Palomolo lay it up and in. This is Mila Palomolo, and she's setting a leading score for Douglas by a long shot. Got it in her hands again. Goes to the foul line and in, up, no good. Offensive foul. That'll be her third, and there's a technical on her. That'll be 4. I believe technicals count as personals. 9 team fouls. Yep. She now has 4. She'll be sitting the rest of the half. Shooting the technical is Rothfuss. And it's good. And she'll get one more. Well, they're leaving her out there for the moment. And the next one is good. Might be bringing her out at this point. They maybe had to wait on the foul shots to be shot. Yeah. So into the game is Perrin. And now what do we have? We have another conference for the officials. And it's sideline right here. Okay. We're just kind of listening in. Eavesdropping. Ashland with it. And they took on, not Ashland, but Rothfuss. And that's taken away. Here comes Bennett. Bennett loses it. Gets it around to Phillips. Phillips over to Perrin. Perrin back to Phillips. Down low. Put it up. No good. Scramble for the rebound and a foul. This will be on St. Mary's. Only the 4th on St. Mary's. That's on Erickson, her first. I get 5 team fouls now on St. Mary's. 2:14 to go, though. Second period. And there's no shot travel. I said that was the 4th on Palomulu. I was wrong. That's the 4th on Lund. Lund with 4 fouls sitting on the bench. Ward stops, traveled. Well, she saw that she was going to do an offensive charge and tried to get the feet to stop, but they didn't quite stop on time. 22-19. Bennett loses it, gets it back, pops it over, and out of bounds it goes off of the hands of Douglas. St. Mary's looking for the tying basket, or at least to get within 1 with 1:55 to go in the half. Dole down the right sideline. Now cross court, looking for somewhere to go. Ward in the middle, who loses it. And there's the jump ball. This will go St. Mary's direction, though. Dole with it. Stops. Now we have a foul. This will be on Phillips. One and one. No, it should be a double bonus. Double bonus for Ward. That was a 10th team foul. Ward is no good with number 1. Bedoin is back into the game. Ward with number 2. Yes. (22-20). A minute and a half to go. Still plenty of time for St. Mary's to tie this one up. There's Perron trying to get it in, couldn't. Mahia grabs that one. Mahia streaks into the forecourt on her own, left-right dribble, and she's going to lose it out of bounds. Yep. Steps out of bounds. So we approach the 1 minute mark. Here's Phillips with it. Phillips goes in and she's fouled. It'll be on 42, right? Yes, Mejia. That's the first on her, but that's a sixth now on St. Mary's with 1:04 to go in the half. At the line is Phillips. Misses number 1. And the second one is in. With it in the middle right now is Ward, and they need to get it into forecourt. They do. Mejia gets that done. Around to Bodine, but Bodine can't handle that. Coming the other way is Douglas. They're going to put it up, no good, fouled. Going to the line will be Bennett. That's 17 fouls on St. Mary's. Rothfuss was her first. This will be 2, though. And the first one by Bennett is in. The next one doesn't. Rolls around and off. Douglas with the rebound, though. 45 seconds to go. It's quite a bit of time to run all the way down. Is Perrone and out of bounds. Ward comes streaking into the forecourt, puts it off the glass and in. Addie Ward gets a couple more. And down to about 20 seconds to go. Into the middle. Yes! As putting that one down was Avery. Brooklyn Avery for Douglas. 26-22. Dole with it. Looking for Rothfuss. Rothfuss has it. Spinning, twisting, putting it up, and it's no good. And there's an injury on the floor. And that will be the half. And that's Perrone that is limping on her way to the bench as we get to halftime. So we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. At halftime, we see that it reads Douglas 26, St. Mary's 22. We invite you to stay tuned for the Medford Park and Recreation Department halftime show as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Score sheet. Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. We are at halftime, and this is the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. You could visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide and all the sports leagues, classes, and special events, to name a few. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. Well, it's been one of those ball games where St. Mary's took off on a 6-1 run to open the game and then found Douglas coming back to tie it up before the end of the first quarter actually they had a 10-9 lead. St. Mary's had a 10-9 lead at the end of the first quarter. But at that point, decided to start the second quarter, Douglas did their own little run. They started off with a 9-0 run before St. Mary's finally broke it. Scoring 17 points did the Trojans in that second period, and holding St. Mary's to 12 to take a 26-22 lead over the home team. And St. Mary's are going to have to figure out what to do. They have Douglas running wild right now. So St. Mary's has played in streaks. I guess that's all we can say. They've just played in streaks this half, and they're going to have to get another nice streak going in order to get things going the right direction in the second half. When we come back on the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report, we will have individual scoring as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. We are at halftime. It's now Douglas 26, St. Mary's 22, and on the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report, let's take a look at some individual scoring. First of all, for the visiting Douglas Trojans, they are led by the 11 of Mila Palamulu, as she's just been kind of a thorn in the flesh, I'll tell you that right now. 5 by Kiera Bennett. They had 3 by Jasmine Lund, but Lund is in serious foul trouble. She has 4 fouls already. Don't think we're going to see too much more of her in the second half. And then there was 2 each for TL Palamulu, Avery Brooklyn, or Brooklyn Avery, and Adriana Sapp. So, and that takes a look at that. For St. Mary's, they're led by the 12 of Riker Rothfuss, 5 for Maddie Ward, 4 for Morgan Dole, and 1 for Catherine Mejia. We are at halftime, and this has been the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. You can visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide, all the sports leagues, classes, and special events, to name a few. You visit playmedford.com if you want to learn more. You're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week at St. Mary's High School, where everybody is chasing down the cold water bottles right now. Gets a little warm in these gyms at this time of year. Halftime, ready to come to an end. Third period, ready to go. 26-22, Douglas out on top. Trojans will begin with the basketball. That's Bennett. Around to Avery. Down low it goes to Sapp. Can't get that one to go. And there's a scramble for the rear. They're going to call a jump ball. That'll be St. Mary's basketball. There's a long three. That one's no good. It was put up by Rothfuss. Ward grabbed the rebound, couldn't get it back in. Here come the Trojans the other way now. Stop popping and getting. That was Bennett that put that one in. And it goes to Ward. Back out to Mejia. Put it up underneath, but it hits the bottom side of the rim and then out of bounds to Douglas. 7 on the night for Bennett for the Trojans. 28-22 ball game. Bennett has it again. All the way to the baseline. Back out. Under the guard of Ashland. Into Sapp. Sapp. That looked like a walk, but didn't get called. Tried to get it into Sapp again. This time it's taken away by Ashland. Off to Dole. Ward to Mejia. Mejia can't do anything with it. Back to Ward from the foul line. Yes! The freshman puts that one in. And there's a foul offensive. Player control is what they're calling. It's first on on Douglas. They call it on Bennett. That's her first. St. Mary's comes into the forecourt. 6 minutes to go, third period. They trail by 4. There's Rothfuss for 3. That one's offline. Ashland can't chase it down. It'll be Douglas basketball. Trying to get Erickson's attention to get in. Now she gets it. Here's Bennett. There's a drive shot, but there's foul. That's on Erickson, her second. Palomelo. Sorry, I keep messing that name up, and I know I shouldn't here in Southern Oregon. But this is Palomolo. This is Maletta at the foul line, and she makes the first. There's a number of them on the team. The next one doesn't go. Shot put back up, though, and in. That was by Mila. And there's going to be a timeout. White. And this will be a full timeout. So we'll take one also as you look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, as they have offices in Ashland, Medford, and Eugene. And it reads Douglas 31, St. Mary's 24, as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
As we come back, before we got back, Dole nailed a three-pointer at the other end to make it a 27-31 game. There's a missed shot, and Erickson with the rebound. Ahead is Ward, and she will lay that one in. And over and back. (31-29) and a foul. Rothfuss with the foul. That's the second on St. Mary's. First, it's on Ashland. My mistake. On Ashland, her first. 29-31, 4.5 to go. Third period. There's a shot by Douglas, no good. Put up by Bennett. And on the ensuing rebound, there is a foul. Palomulo. That's her third. That'd be Maletta with the third. Connor coming into the game. Not sure what happened there. But they made a quick substitution. Dole to Rothfuss. Throw it out of bounds. Here comes Bennett with it. It's by the person who puts it up in the lane. No, doesn't go. Tapped out of bounds. They say it's off of St. Mary's. Shot up, no good. Who's going to grab the rebound? Going back up with it, and they're going to count it? Yes. Bit of a discussion as whether they would count that one or not. But that's Mila. And Mila's at the line for 3 team fouls on the Lady Crusaders. Mila's first is good. Should be the only one. You're standing there like maybe she was going to get another one. (34-29). Every time St. Mary's gets close, Douglas pulls it away. Connor to Mejia. In the corner, way back out on top to Ashland. Around to Connor, back into Ward. Ward will go up and is rejected, but it traveled. Sapp was right there, and now we have a full timeout, the official says. So we'll take one right along with them. As you look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, it reads Douglas 34. St. Mary's 29 as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week at St. Mary's High School as we are in the third period with 3:35 to go, and the John L. Scott scoreboard reads Douglas 34, St. Mary's 29. So Douglas will inbound it. Way at the other end following that timeout. Bennett. Around to Maletta. Maletta will put it up. No good. Ward has the rebound tripped up as she tried to get going down court. That'll be another Douglas foul. That's on. There is no 33 out there. 23. Has to be Avery. Yeah, her first. There's a nice punch away. But St. Mary's will retain to Rothfuss, who will launch a three. It's no good. Ward with the rebound. Up and no good. Here comes Douglas with it. Losing it, fouled. Erickson got her feet all tangled up. That's the third on her. Fourth on St. Mary's. Sapp with it. Back out on top to Avery. To Bennett. Around it goes to down low, and there's Mila. And she'll find her way back to the foul line again. Erickson with the foul. That's 4 on her. 4 on her. Lund has 4. We haven't seen Lund since she picked up the 4th foul. And Mila's first is good. And the next one manages to go in. In, out, and back in again. 36-29. Douglas just not really pulling away, but they're not letting St. Mary's get any closer either. Mejia with it. Driving, putting it up, no good, fouled. 2 shots, they say. This is on Bennett. That's her second. 4 on Douglas. Mejia's first. No. And Avery's already broke way back down to the other end of the court. There are no St. Mary's players back there to cover her. Now Dole goes back. Mejia's next one is good. Bennett comes with it. Trying to get it inside to Sapp, couldn't do it. Rothfuss takes it, traveled. 36-30. Sapp down low, turns, stops, puts it up and in. Just a little 3-4 footer. Pretty easy shot for Sapp. 38-30. Mejia, oh, it's partially blocked and grabbed out of the air by Sapp. Sapp will get it back around to Bennett. Bennett out to Avery, that's offline and cannot be saved. So St. Mary's will take it. Minute 43 to go. Third period, 38-30. St. Mary's has never trailed by a lot, but they've, other than having a 10-9 lead at the end of the first quarter, really haven't been ahead either. There's a shot missed by Ashland. Fire it way ahead to Melita, who was trying to get it back to Sapp, but Rothfuss took that bounce pass and comes flying into the forecourt. Stops underneath and loses the ball over to Douglas. Here comes Bennett the other way. Bennett driving, putting it in. (40-30). We're below a minute to go. Ashland ball loses it out of bounds, but they say it's off of Douglas. Erickson back in. Erickson had a 3, didn't take it. Dole will, though, and not get. Sapp with the rebound, flying into the forecourt. Pops it off over to Melita, and that's no good. And on the ensuing scramble for the rebound, they'll call the jump ball. That will go Trojans' way. 38 seconds in the third period. Sapp takes his seat. Here's the long three. Yes. Bennett again. 7 in this half, 12 for the game. 43-30. Here's Bennett taking the bounce pass away. Taking it all the way, stopping from 12. No, we have a foul. It's on Rothfuss. That's 2. 16 fouls on St. Mary's. 13.6 to go. Bennett's at the line. The misses on 1. Has 1 more to go. The next one's no good. Going around for the ball. Finally coming out of there with it is Bennett. Bennett will fly it over to Phillips. Back in the middle to Bennett. Or nope, that was not Bennett. That was Mila. Grabbing the rebound and putting it in at the buzzer. Is Melita. So that will get us to the end of the third period. As we do, we will take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard. And we see that it now reads St. Mary's 45. Or make that Douglas 45. St. Mary's 30. As you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school, to Phoenix and Talent, because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
And I welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as we begin the fourth quarter. And St. Mary's turns it over. Here comes Sapp. Getting it over. Can't get a shot off. Well, they do get a shot off, but no good. Ward will grab the rebound and give it to Dole, who will slow it down. 19 points for Douglas in that third period. Ashland with it has it taken away. This is Phillips driving all the way. They're going to call offensive. That's the 5th on the Trojans. That was the third team, or the third foul on Phillips. Dole around to Rothfuss. Rothfuss drives, lays it in. It kind of rolled around somewhat reluctantly, but eventually found its way there. There's a shot by Sapp and a foul. That's Ward with the foul, her 4th. The 7th team foul. St. Mary's, and Sapp is at the line. First one's off the back iron. So Sapp goes 0 for 2 at the line. Douglas knocked it out of bounds, so St. Mary's will inbound it. Dole looking for somebody to get it to, finally to get to Ashland. There's Mejia. Around to Ashland, who spins. Can't get a shot off. Tried to cross-court it to Dole. Finally taken away. Picked up by Rothfuss. That's batted around a few times. Dole to Erickson. Sapp. Not sure what that was, but it didn't work out that well for him. Here's a 3 by Douglas. It's no good. The Trojans, what do we have? Jump ball. Possession arrow to Douglas. Ward back in for Erickson. And Douglas inbounded the ball and batted it right back to the person who inbounded it, who unfortunately was still standing out of bounds. So St. Mary's ball. Lund is back into the game. We haven't seen her since the first quarter. There's Ward, and that's a foul on Douglas. And in particular, okay, so that's on Sapp, her third. 16 fouls now on Douglas. Ward is at the line. Number 1. He has 2. And the second one goes in. Get it into Sapp. Sapp turns. Can't get a shot off. Get it down low to Mila. That's what you do if you're Douglas. You find Mila and let her bail you out. 47-33. 14-point lead now for the Douglas Trojans. Here's Dole with a 3. Got it. Oh, they're going to say it was only a 2. Well, if I get going the right way. And underneath the foul. There's Lund inbounded. Get it down low to Milo. Milo put it in. 49-35. Dole to Ward, back to Dole. Ashland for 3. Got it. Ooh. And then here comes Douglas with it. Lund can't get the shot to go. On the ensuing rebound, though, there is a foul on St. Mary's. Second foul on Ashland. 8 on St. Mary's. 1 out of 2. Four and a half to go in the game. Ward trying to get around Sapp and finally does. The Maddie Ward fan club. There was a shot by Lund, no good, and it'll be a travel. Rothfuss sets for 3. No. Bennett will grab it. Back to a 10-point lead. Here's Bennett driving all the way to the hoop. Nope, she can't get the little jumper to go. Here's Dole with it. Dole will stop. She'll pop. That one's no good. Grabbing the rebound is Douglas. Here's Lund coming down the court, blocking foul. Ashland. That'll be her 3rd. That'll be the 9th team foul on St. Mary's. And we have a timeout. We'll take a full timeout here. As we do, we look at the John L. Scott scoreboard, and it reads Douglas 50. St. Mary's 40 as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week at St. Mary's High School, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. The John L. Scott scoreboard reads 50-40 in favor of Douglas. And at the line is Lund for a 1-and-1. That's all there will be. Dole will bring it across. 3.5 to go in the game. Here's Rothfuss for 3, and, well, now that's interesting, isn't it? It gets stuck. It's stuck. Ah, yes. But the coach that can get up there loosens it. And the alternating possession goes to, that isn't right. I guess it is. St. Mary's. Dole. Nope, Lund's going to actually be able to say, now stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds. I got to do something here. Trail by 10. Here's Dole with a shot. No. Rebounding it is Sapp. Sapp will throw it ahead. Get it right back to Sapp, and she can't get that one to go. Ashland with the rebound. That might have sealed the game for real right there. Dole step back 3. No good. And Douglas trying to get the rebound. The Trojans step out of bounds. Sapp is going to the bench for not very long, I'll guarantee you. Ashland. Nope, to throw it out of bounds. Lund will inbound it. Here comes Bennett. Bennett in and out to Lund. Lund thought about a three. Said we'll drive, scoop, no good, fouled. It's on Rothfuss. Third team foul on Rothfuss. The 10th on St. Mary's. So Lund will shoot a couple of them. One out of the two. Ward with a shot, but that just skims across the rim. Lund splits two players. They get it out. Baseline shot, no good. Dole with the rebound. Down to Ward again, foul. Two shots. Douglas was claiming it was all ball. It's against Avery. It's kind of interesting because it didn't appear she was anywhere in the neighborhood. Ward's first. Erickson back in for the Lady Crusaders. Ward will take the second one. And a lane violation. We'll do it all over again. Oh, sorry, we won't. Against St. Mary's. That'll be that. Here comes Bennett. A minute 55 to go. Stop. Back out to Avery. Avery cross-courted to Lund. Avery had a wide open three. There wasn't anybody near her. Here's Lund driving. That one isn't any good. Ashland trying to chase down the rebound. They say it's off of Douglas. White basketball. Sapp is back in. Told you she wouldn't sit long. They're not going to let Sapp be on the bench that long. Ashland for three. No. Rebound to the Trojans. Avery to Bennett. Bennett to Mila. Mila going to give it up. She does. To her sister. Back around to Sapp. Sapp to Avery. Avery back to Sapp. And Ashland will pick it up after it goes off of Sapp's foot. Everybody on the ground. We're playing a little 3-on-2 down here. Here's Rothfuss for three. No, it doesn't go. Down to 45 seconds to go in the game. Pass taken away again by Dole. It's an 11-point deficit. About all St. Mary's can do is put up three-pointers. Erickson to Ashland, who can't get it up. Dole will put it up under pressure. In and out. Ward with the rebound and a foul. Which way? Make sure everybody gets up off the floor in one piece. That's the 8th team foul now on Douglas, as they call that on Mila. Ward will be at the line. 30.5 seconds to go. Ashland grabs it, and St. Mary's will set again. Dole loses it. They're going to call Sapp with a push. That's the 9th team foul on Douglas. That's the 4th on Sapp. Connor back into the game. Dole at the line. 21.9 seconds to go. Dole gets the first. I have to get everybody all lined up again. They were all taken off down court on that 1-and-1. The next one is good. Final seconds, 15 of them. Bennett gets it off to Melita. Melita throws it up and in. Whoa, there's a three-pointer. That'll get everybody going. Unfortunately, that's also going to be the end of the ball game. So we take a look at the John L. Scott scoreboard as it's now a final here at the St. Mary's Gymnasium. And its scoreboard reads Douglas 53, St. Mary's 45. We'll be right back with the My Circle K powered by GP Energy post-game show as you're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
And we welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as the My Circle K powered by GP Energy post-game show where they fuel your road trip and add crunch to your lunch. It looks like they're going to be doing some senior-like things out on the floor. So we'll do this rather quickly for you as Douglas took a 9-10 deficit from the first quarter and turned that around quickly as they scored 17 in the second period and took a 26-22 lead into the locker room, then came out and scored 19 to begin in the third period to take a 45-30 lead. They had it actually out to like almost 18 points at one time before St. Mary's closed it down and went away winning this one 53-45. Let's do some individual scoring for you, and we'll try to catch up with this senior event. So we'll just do scoring for you right here on the fly. 12 for Bennett, 5 for Maletta, 2 for TL, 1 for Phillips. And Mila, who was a thorn in the flesh, had 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21 of them to lead all scorers, I'm sure, on both sides. Avery had 2, and Sapp had 4. Meanwhile, for St. Mary's, they were led by the, had 11, at least for Morgan, Rothfuss had 14 for the game, all but 12 of that. 12 of that was in the first half. Ashland had 3. Ward had 15 of her own, and Mejia had 2. So that was the individual scoring as we're waiting for the senior event for the Lady Crusaders to begin. I hesitate to go away because they didn't give us a whole lot of information about what they were doing or how long it was going to be. They put 15 minutes on the clock, but I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know if that means they're going to start in 15 minutes because they're waiting for everybody to come back, or exactly what we're doing. So we'll just tell you this, because we don't know what they're doing. They haven't told us. We'll just take a quick break ourselves as you listen to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. We'll take this out of the way as they're honoring the seniors. The first one out on the court is the only senior on the Lady Crusaders team, and that is Kaylee Connor. So from the boys team, we do 4 of them. They're leading off with Luke Binion, a 6'1" senior. You also saw him play soccer and football simultaneously. And did a pretty good job at wide receiver during the football season. Now he's a business major to be. This is Jonah Hadley, a 6'3" senior. computer science and engineering major to be. Nathan Sternenberg, 6'3" senior. We saw him in other sports, baseball being one of those, if I remember right. How about that? Got to study Spanish and music composition. And there's also they got out there Will Cranenberg. I got them together there. And our last one coming out is Nathan Sternenberg. All right? Yes. So, there's all the seniors for the night. And they're honoring the Douglas Trojans that are here tonight. For the boys, that would be, for the girls anyway, Mackenzie Phillips, Jasmine Lund, Mila Palamulo. And for the boys, I don't know if I have the boys right here. Well, I do have the boys right here in front of me. Zach Wilson, Brandon Willard, Jacob Fay. Let's see who else. Ryan Parker and Christian Morgan. We'll see all of them coming up in just a few minutes in the boys' game. You've been listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. The final score here from the St. Mary's Gymnasium for the girls' game is Douglas 53, St. Mary's 45. We thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank the Medford, or the St. Mary's High School, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. You can find out all about what our next productions will be by going to the TableRockSports.net website. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: Douglas 53, St. Mary's 45. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. The executive producer is Joe Brett. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from St. Mary's High School in Medford, Oregon.